Memories with Meg. Meg!
I have gone to more concerts in the last year than I have gone to in my entire life. Which is awesome! It's been a variety of genres, it's been a variety of venues, it's been a variety of people. I saw Jimmy Eat World, I saw Anberlin, I loved 3 Days Grace. I even saw Children of Bodom. But the craziest concert that I went to was Animals as Leaders. My guess is the majority of you have not heard of them. They're like an instrumental metal band. I honestly was not that into metal until I took a heavy metal class at my university. Yeah, I did. And I went to like a ton of metal concerts this semester. Also went to like Enslaved and Amon Amarth. I've probably been to like, I don't know, a lot. Upwards of 30 concerts in my life. And that's a lot. I'm only 21. That's a lot of concerts. But at no concert have I ever been brave enough to actually mosh. I go to concerts. I generally bring a boy with me for safety. And at every concert, I see the mosh pit, I observe the mosh pit, and I stay away from the mosh pit. It's a whole lot of pushing and shoving and danger and blood. Now, every concert that I went to, like a couple years ago, I was really afraid of the mosh pit, and I would stay on the outside of the crowd, and I just wouldn't even go near it. I was really afraid. But every concert I've gone to recently, I've been really intrigued by it. It's looked like more and more fun. I started going to concert with this one guy in particular. Good guy, he was in my heavy metal class. And every time we would go to a concert, he would keep his arms around me, keep a nice square around me so that he could push the mosh pit away from us. Like I said, 3 Days Grace, Enslaved, Amon Amarth, friggin' Death Angel. Heck, I've seen Fall Out Boy. These are pretty intense concerts. There are some pretty intense mosh pits. But I would say the craziest concert that I went to was Animals as Leaders. Not because the crowd was out of control, not because it was crazy violent, not because there was anything unsavory going on, but because it was so crazy fun. We go to the concert, it starts off really mellow. It was really cool, since it's instrumental metal, all of the opening bands were like, instrumental? There was one band that sang. But for the most part, they all did instrumental stuff. One in particular that was really cool did, like, dubstep, but he had a drum kit. It was rad. And the whole time the crowd is just feeling it. It's the kind of music that just reverberates in your soul. You move with it, you feel it, you're a part of it. It's the reason you go to concerts. So this is all going down, and by the time Animals as Leaders come out, we're up and rearing for a good time. Now, my friend is with me. He's kinda ready, he's got his arms ready around me in case anything starts to happen. But as soon as Animals as Leaders start to play, the mosh pit erupts. It's just completely around us, we can't get away from it. We are in the center of the crowd, in the center of the room, and it's all around us. Even if I hadn't wanted to mosh, I would have been moshing. Now, I will say this. Metal crowds are so gentlemanly. The chivalry is out of bounds. Because even though I'm fairly well built, I'm also 5'3" and weigh half as much as all the guys there. I'm gonna get thrown around. But instead of getting pounded to death, I'm allowed to join in the fun. Because I'm not pushed very hard, whenever I stumble, I'm caught by complete strangers, who then pull me up and throw me back in. And the pit's just roaring, we're pushing, we're shoving, we're punching. It's great! I thought I might die! I'm in this sea of bodies that are hitting each other and I'm looking for my friend and I see him and it's like, oh hi, shove, shove. Every once in a while the pit will die back down. I'll find my friend, he'll put his arms around me, try to protect me. Again, it won't do anything. At one point he tried to keep his arms around me so that we could just stay together in the pit. And both of us almost fell over together. So he just let go. We both started to mosh again. It was crazy. It's one of those experiences that I am so glad I had. At one point I almost broke my arm because it got pinned in between two people running opposite directions. I punched a guy in the face accidentally, and it bruised these knuckles right here. My rib cage was all bruised up, my arm was all purple right here, and I could not stop grinning about it. The whole concert was like that. It was like an hour-long set. I was exhausted, and I was so happy. At one point, during like the middle of the set, the pit got really intense. And again, these gentlemanly young men in their denim and their leather grabbed me and actually pulled me out of the pit so I wouldn't get hurt. And like shoved me off to the side so they could actually get really into it. The guy I'm with was still in the pit. I'm just watching them wail on each other. It was great. And that was the first time I was ever in a mosh pit. I really don't think it'll be the last. Some of the best advice I got before I knew I was going to be even near a mosh pit was no jewelry. Like no jewelry, no earrings, nothing that could possibly be ripped out. This is a bad idea. No loose clothes. Don't layer your clothing. You're gonna be really, really hot. And stay loose. Don't get all rigid, just push along, just go with the flow. I don't recommend it to younger kids. I mean, now that I can, I go to the 21 and older concerts. But the all ages concerts, I would say, it's kind of dangerous if you're under 18, even if the men are very chivalrous. So the moral of this story is, don't be afraid to try new things. Take a nice man to the concert with you, even if it's not going to do that much good. Have fun. Always have fun. Just do it. Have a good time. It's worth it. Did you get your tickets? To the gun show? I buy t-shirts at every concert that I go to. It's like the story behind all of these. This is not even all of them. There's probably like 80 more where this came from.